What is up, everybody? Keith Jamison, Go by Gator Guy 231 across the DFS industry, and we are here to preview Monday's Bundesliga Showdown between Werner Bremen and Bayer Leverkusen. Should be a fun game. Maybe not so much for Werner Bremen, but it's been great to have live sports back. NASCAR yesterday, along with Bundesliga on Saturday, more soccer today, and I think it's NASCAR Wednesday. We have some PGA. More soccer on Friday, so we're really starting to get back to a DFS and sports schedule. Completely pumped myself to finally have something back, and looking forward to just continuing to see more and more of these sports and DFS games come back. So this should be pretty quick. So let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to go over to the site, and we're going to take a look real quick at the cheat sheet and then some projected lineups. And then jump into a few picks and pretty much rock and roll out of here. So Leverkusen's minus 147. They are away to Werner Bremen. Got about a 3 total. So sets are kind of they're pretty straightforward for Leverkusen. When Demirbay is in, he pretty much takes everything. If he's in with Amiri, sometimes they split. But if one is in without the other, then that guy takes. If both of them aren't in, which I've actually seen a lot of projections with neither of them in, you got Kai Havertz or Charles Aranguiz. We'll sometimes jump on them, but I'll just say this about Leverkusen sets. They're not like a high volume corner team. I've seen Demirbay or Amiri, get in that 8 to 10 range, but that's not typical. Especially when they're kind of able to control possession, which they love to do, which I don't think they'll have any problem doing today. So while the sets are great, I don't think that they're above everything. This might not be a slate where you just immediately plug in the favored set taker at captain and go. I think, of that strategy, the Demirbay would be my preferred route. So for Werner Bremen, I'm already seeing the few of the other sites that do soccer and kind of our chat. A lot of people are excited about Sahin. If he plays, I am too. I mean, he likely will jump on most of the corners. He hasn't played since February 1st, so it's about 6 games in all competitions that he's been on the bench but available. So not sure if we see him, but they are pretty beat up. Again, if he's in, his price is pretty ridiculous. So in a cheap way. So I think that's easy. Rashika is their best player. I'm already being rumored to a lot of big clubs like Liverpool. I think I saw some PSG talk on some different rumors, but reality is he's gotten officially too good for the club. So he'll be gone this summer. He does have a ton of quality, a lot of DFS goodness too with him. It's just a price thing. If you'll be able to fit him. So again, he and Bittencourt would split if Sahin is not in. Gonna jump down projected lineups. Here's just the big thing. So one, like I said, SofaScore has Sahin, and I think he's seen a couple other places. So obviously we'll know an hour before lock, but if he's in, his price makes this easy. I think just Sahin and Rashika are where I'm looking at on Bremen ahead of time. Obviously, that can change, but that's probably the only 2 guys I'm really looking for now. Leverkusen is really good inside the slate. They love to control possession. They are just a huge pressing team, especially for somebody that is not that good like Bremen. They could just make this a complete hell. They had a game versus Leipzig before the break where they controlled 74% of possession away. So that should just say a lot about how Leverkusen can play and, what they could do to another team. So what I'm thinking and what I'm going to go with them, I'm mostly going to focus on attackers. So again, if Demirbay is in, he'll be in my lineup. But he'd probably be in for Aranguiz. I'm just going to go off of this that I found. So I think if you just kind of focus on your attackers, you're going to be in a better shape than if you start getting too cute. Leverkusen is one of the few teams that, while they employ wingbacks, they are not playing like traditional wingbacks. You're not going to see Wendell bomb down and have 7-8 crosses. That's just not his game. Lars Bender is actually somebody that's more known for his defensive prowess than any sort of attacking. So these guys might get 2-3 crosses, but they're not going to be like traditional wing backs that we love for DFS. Just going to jump over real quick to the DK player pool. We'll just go over a few guys. So Bellarabi, I'm just going to go top down. Bellarabi is one of the few guys on Leverkusen that has zero problem pumping in crosses. He will not take corners, but he will, like I said, pump in crosses. As you can see, 6, 3. You got to find some other games, especially in like Europe where he's done, 9, 10. His price is kind of steep, but again, he is in that attacking third. Is a sub risk, but with teams having 5 subs, everybody's a sub risk. So I think he's fine. If Leon Bailey played, that'd be awesome. Leon Bailey has very DFS friendly. He just isn't seeing the time this year. Diaby is a guy I like a lot. He's been great in 2020. So we look at that 11.9, 0.6, but he wasn't playing, only 19 minutes, 17.3, 14.4, 7.4, 26.7, 6.6, 19.6. You get the picture. So really attacking young guy, former PSG player. I really do think that he may find his way into my lineup. Kai Havertz. So if you don't know who Kai Havertz is, that means you don't know who one of the top 3, young guys maybe in the world is. It's probably him, Sancho, and Mbappe. He's an absolute stud. Now he doesn't have like some sort of crazy DFS floor like a Sancho or even Mbappe. Not a high volume shooter, not a high volume crosser, but just an absolute playmaker. Will get a lot of points by shots assisted. I would love if he shot more, but he still has really good goal odds. I don't think there's any way that I'm not building around him. Should be a joy for you guys to watch. I'm looking forward to myself. There we find Demirbay and Amiri. Again, if one of the two of them is in without the other, they take almost all the sets. So that becomes a fairly straightforward play. There's Rashika. He actually averages more points per game than any other player on the slate. It's going to be a possession issue. It's really hard to produce DFS points if you don't have the ball. So I would like to have him in, but I think it's all going to depend on lineups. Alario is a striker, so if he's in, absolutely in play. Paulinho can kind of play like a striker at 10 as well. He's a young guy that had his first blow-up game. I think it was like 2 games ago for them. Obviously, that's months now, but he does have upside. Bittencourt, probably too expensive. Yes, he does have – I should put on flex for you guys. Sorry. Bittencourt does have some sets. But, again, price is the issue. See if anybody has props on Josh Sargent. I know you American fans would love to play him, but there's like 0% chance he's going to find it in my lineup. Wendell, again, is a wing back. I'm sure he's going to get ownership. There's not a lot of upside there, and there's less for than you would like. But 6,200, I think is fine. Let's see if anybody else jumps out here. This is part of the show where I get DMs. You went right by my guy. Hey, it's a first look. It happens. Cool part is we haven't even got to Sahin there. He's at 3,600. So again, I think he will be like the chalk play with Havertz if in. 3,800 for a guy that has some set pieces. And here's the funny thing about like DFS. Sometimes when you have like dominators, so we don't love like more defensive-minded midfielders. Always, but obviously if they get sets, they're a little bit more interesting. And then when they are a dog, they actually have a lot more chances at tackles, even like some fouls drawn. Now you do always bring a yellow into play, but I don't hate having a kind of a defensive guy when they are going to be conceding a lot of possession. It means he does get a chance to get his interceptions and tackles, get you some DFS goodness that way. So I think that's pretty much things again. So just to kind of give you your building blocks, like Kai Havertz, one of the set guys from Leverkusen, despite I don't love their sets, if it's one of these 2 guys, I think that's fine. then I'll probably be doing the striker. So either like Diaby or whoever starts. So 3 attackers for Leverkusen, if you can, and then Sahin, if in, and there's your starting builds for this slate. Hope this helps. Hope you all continue to enjoy. Just final plug. Please hit the subscribe button on YouTube on the bottom right. You all have no idea how much it helps. We're really trying to grow this channel and bring you guys all sorts of preview, whether it's in soccer, which is always going to be me. Hopefully, some guests here in the future. Talk to a few people from other sites, so that would be exciting. But we got NASCAR on Wednesday. We're going to have a preview coming up. We got PGA. There'll be a preview, and then Chris, one of the other co-owners, is doing an amazing job on the esports videos. So just check it out. We got a lot of going on. Please subscribe. Please comment. That really helps as well. If you like this, or if there's something you want to see us doing, we will 100% respond and also take those into consideration. And then like the pages if you do as well. Again, FSI is a smaller company. We're not Roto Grinders, we're not RotoWire, we're not Osimo, we're not all these big sites with huge money behind it. Some avid sports fans have been playing DFS for a long time and really enjoy helping you guys out. So anything you can do to help, and you can do that. You can help us by as little as subscribing at the bottom right. So once again, Keith Jameson, Gator Guy 231, and hope you all have a great day today and win some. Take care.